All right, so now we're moving on to the second video of this section, and it is going to be about medians. All right, so nothing changed with our essential question or the topic that we are on. All right, so the median is the midpoint of the data array, and the symbol for the median is MD. So there are a few things that we have to do first before we can find the midpoint of our data. So when we are looking for a median, there's two steps that we have to follow, and those two steps are to arrange the data in order, and then we're going to select the middle point. So when we're finding our median, it's just finding our midpoint of our data, and first thing we have to do is we have to arrange them in order, and then we're just going to select the middle point. Now there's times where it's just going to be one number, and then times where we have to do a couple of extra steps. So let's go ahead and do one example. All right, so if we're asked to find the median of this information, the very first thing we have to do is arrange it in order. So it'll be 15, 15, 15, 20, and 25. All right, so there is our information, our data filled out in order, 15, 15, 15, 20, and 25. So to find our median, we just have to find the midpoint of the number. So since we have an odd number of data, that means that we will have just one midpoint. So here, if you count, we have, if we have 1, 2 pieces, here we have 1, 2 pieces. So that means that our median is this 15 all by itself. All right, so one of the ways that you can do this is if you take your information, your data, and you divide it by 2, it will tell us 2.5. Then all we do is focus on the whole number. This tells us that we just need to count 2 spots from our left and 2 spots from our right to find our median. All right, now what would happen if we added one more piece of information to this, and let's just say 26. So if we had 15, 15, 15, 20, 25, and 26, well, now we have an even number of information. So if we take our information 6, we divide it by the total number that we had, divided by 2, that gives us 3. That means that we need to count from 3 from each end. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Now, if you notice, there's not a middle number like there was here. So what we do is we will then add these two together, the two middle numbers, the two closest to the middle. So it will be 15 plus 20. And we will divide it by 2. So 15 plus 20 is equal to 35. Divided by 2, that means our median for this information, when we add it to one more, will be 17.5. All right, so it's the midpoint of our data. If we have an odd number of data, that means it will just be one specific number that will be our median. It'll be nice and easy. If we have an even, that means we will have to add these two numbers together and divide it by 2. All right, that is it for this video.